This is Optimal Living Daily Relationships, episode 44. 3 Reasons Why I'm Happy I Went Through the Pain of My Breakup by Corbano of lovesagame.com. And I'm Joss Marie, the girl on a mission to narrate all the best relationship blogs to you for free, just like an audio blog or audiobook. Here on the Relationships edition of Optimal Living Daily, however, we gather content from a variety of different authors and relationship blogs all in one place, so you don't have to do the searching yourself. Support for Optimal Living Daily Relationships comes from Kind, makers of healthy and delicious snacks. They serve as just the right amount of pick-me-up when you're on the go. To try 10 different flavors of Kind bars for $10 and get $10 off on your second order, go to kindsnacks.com/living. Today I have a post from Corbano of lovesagame.com. So let's hear it and start optimizing your life. 3 Reasons Why I'm Happy I Went Through the Pain of My Breakup by Corbano of lovesagame.com. Quote, "Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding." Khalil Gibran. A very good friend of mine recently went through an excruciating breakup, and he asked me for my help. While I usually avoid taking on friends and relatives as clients, I just couldn't turn him away. So we sat down together, and I gave the initial talk where I explained what lies ahead and what the next weeks are going to look like. While I talked about the 3 main things he has to tackle in order to start his recovery, I noticed a weird look on his face. It's the face someone makes when you tell them something they don't want to hear. The initial talk I give, when I explain how to stop thinking of your ex, how to discover the real you, and how to finally take the leap into your new life, can be a little intimidating because the path he was about to embark on is definitely not an easy one. He continued to look at me in that weird way until he finally broke the silence to finally tell me what was on his mind. He said, "Why on earth should I take on this heavy burden with all this pain on this excruciating path? Why not just take the shortcut?" "What is the shortcut?" I asked him. "I could just find someone new and just start from the beginning." "It doesn't work that way," I replied. "You have to go through the pain in order to make the best out of this traumatic experience." He didn't seem to understand, so I decided to go a little deeper into that matter. I then explained to him why this breakup is an opportunity for him, not just a burden. I told him the 3 reasons why I was happy to have gone through this challenging time, and why I knew that taking the shortcut would never have worked in the long run. I told him that all I am today, the life I have built with my wife and kids, all the happiness and fulfillment I am experiencing now is thanks to this breakup. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I certainly wouldn't have the wonderful family I have today. He looked at me in a very suspicious way, as he didn't believe a word I was saying, so I continued. 3 things my breakup did for me. Quote, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have." Kayla Mills. It isn't easy to convince someone who is in great emotional pain and who just wants it to stop that this same pain has its purpose, a usefulness that lies behind what we feel. So, I started to tell him my reasons why I am so happy and thankful my ex left me and forced me into recovery. Number 1, the pain will identify the personal areas you need to work on. One of the best things about a breakup is that it uncovers things you've been struggling with your whole life. But the problem is, it uncovers them in a brutal, almost violent way. We all have what I call a hidden pain buried deep somewhere inside of us. This may be early childhood experiences, some minor traumas, or just stuff that went wrong in the past and created a false belief system. When a breakup happens, it sticks and twists the knife exactly in that wound. What sounds and feels awful can actually be a blessing, because it shows us exactly where we have to work on ourselves. Isn't that a useful thing? Number 2, the pain will remove your ex from the pedestal. At the beginning of the breakup, it is normal to see the ex as the ultimate partner who is perfect in every imaginable way. We've put them on a pedestal to worship them every day. When you go through recovery the right way, it will remove the ex from the pedestal and show you the real nature of the relationship and how it really was. In fact, this is a necessity if you want to progress through the different phases. If you take the shortcut, however, your ex will most likely stay on the pedestal for infinity. They will make it very difficult for you, if not impossible, to learn from past relationships and to improve yourself, becoming better and better with time in relationships. This is a must, because who wants to make the same mistakes over and over again? Number 3, the pain will make you stronger and happier. This is definitely one of the biggest and most obvious benefits of a painful breakup, even if it's nearly impossible to believe that right at the beginning. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Does this known expression also apply to breakups? A recent study conducted by Ty Tashiro and Patricia Frazier and published in the Journal of Personal Relationships showed that most of the surveyed students reported their overall life quality improved after they recovered from their breakup. The first finding of interest was that every single participant listed some positive life changes as a result of their breakup, and there were on average 5 positive changes reported following these breakups. Some examples of the positive changes included feeling more confident, independent, or closer to their friends or family following the breakup. When I started my own recovery, it was almost impossible for me to imagine that one day this pain will stop, that one day I will be a happier and stronger person, no matter who told me. Most of us aren't able to do that. Those of us who are going through a breakup right now are left with the vague trust that there might be a light at the end of the tunnel, that there is a reward at the other end of the pain. I know that it's difficult, but there is hope and strength in believing and trusting those who were there, who have persevered and survived. Conclusion. When I told my good friend that these 3 things made my recovery the best thing I have ever done in my life, the look on his face changed from being skeptical to being excited to start. While I knew that the skepticism was still there, I also knew that this boost of excitement would be enough to get him to start doing the things that needed to be done in order to heal. Sometimes we just need a small push in the right direction to overcome the force of friction. The rest of the voyage we have to do on our own. There is no other way when you stand at the crossroads after the breakup, choosing which way to go. You just listened to the post titled, 3 Reasons Why I'm Happy I Went Through the Pain of My Breakup by Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com. I will say, there's nothing like a breakup to get you in the right mindset of being a better version of yourself, and that includes being healthy. Speaking of, have you ever tried a Kind bar? You might have seen them in your local grocery store, coffee shop, or gym. They make delicious, healthy snacks using whole ingredients you can recognize and pronounce. It's a great snack to grab on the go or as a guilt-free indulgence. If you'd like to try some of these tasty and healthy snacks, we've got a special deal for you. For $10, you'll get a box with 10 Kind snacks inside, including free shipping. A $20 value you're getting for just $10. When you order the sample box, you'll also get to try Kind Snack Club, where you'll receive monthly snacks at a discount, starting with $10 off your first snack club order. You shouldn't have to choose between your health and taste when it comes to snacking. That's why both award-winning chefs and nutritionists love and recommend Kind bars. I've tried their dark chocolate chunk, which is melt-in-your-mouth scrumptious, by the way, but I cannot wait to try their dark chocolate nuts and sea salt, because there's absolutely nothing like the combination of sweet and savory, especially when you can throw away the wrapper feeling good about what you just ate. To pick up your sample box, go to kindsnacks.com/living. That's KIND snacks.com/living. And that's all for episode 44. As always, it's such a pleasure narrating to you, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.